Good evening, welcome back to Frugal Outdoors with myself, Dylan, and we're out fishing again. Apologies, trying to hold the camera. So I had a look around today. This is my first session of 2024. I had a little look around just a minute ago, different places to fish. Because it is massively gusting. It's gusting maybe mid-30s, late 30s, and it's directly from the west. And I'm on the west side of the Isle of Wight. So obviously a lot of our marks are just unfishable. So I thought, do you know what? Let's come to the pier. So I'm 150 yards out into the ocean, into the Solent, and I am probably in the most exposed spot I can be. But there's this. Now I can't get in it, but I can stand this side of it and get out of the wind. So we're out, we're gonna have a little throw. I'm not fishing a mega session tonight. It's probably going to be 3.5-4 hours again. I'm quite enjoying the shorter sessions at the moment, if I'm honest. We've got maybe 2 hours ish of the ebb, and then what I really want to do is hit the bottom of the tide and hit that flood. So we got 2 hours down ish and 2 hours up ish. So yeah, hopefully we can get into a fish or two. Just noticed as well that one of my lenses has steamed up in my phone, so that's really handy. But yeah, I'm going to get set up. I'm really looking forward to this. Like I say, first one of the year. I'm pretty excited, to be honest. I think it's maybe the 4th of January. Could be a chance of anything really. There's been some rays caught off here recently. There's been some whiting. There's obviously some dogfish around. There's going to be some pouting, hopefully. I don't really care. As you know, I just want to come out and do some fishing. I have got some lug, just in case. So I'm going to put a lug bait out, black lug, frozen blacks, on the off chance of getting a cod. But yeah, I mean, they do come off here every now and again, but I'm just fishing. There's no target species tonight. I just want to have a fish and hopefully get into a couple. And yeah, just have a good time really. So let me get set up. I'll bring you back and yeah, let's get on it. Yeah, it's pretty sheltered here, it's not too bad. I haven't actually got any lights on either, which is a bonus. I might just put one on there just to light my ugly mug up for a little bit. But yeah, we're getting set up. I am going to just set one rod up, I think really quickly. Set one up, get that bait in the water, and then hopefully, like I said, we can get into a fish or two. But yeah, I just want to get a bait in. I'm only fishing for 3.5-4 hours, so the more time I've got a bait in the water, the better. So let's get one baited up, I'll quickly show you, and then we'll get it out there. Yeah, so I've just realised I haven't actually got a whole bunch of lead, so I'm hoping I'm not going to lose too many tonight. I do generally probably lose one a session down here, but hopefully it won't be too bad. So I'm just, first rig I'm going to chuck out is a pulley. It's probably about 80 centimetres of hook length and probably 90 centimetres of 100-pound rig body and an 80-pound on the trace. It's got a 3.0 Camazan B940 if anyone's interested in what hook, and a Mustad 4.0 circle hook. So I'm going to put a fish bait on that. I've just got them out to defrost. I'll put a fish and squid cocktail on that one and just chuck it straight out. Right, okay, so what I've done is I've filleted a anchovy. So I've got some anchovy, I've got some blueies, and I've got some squid. That's all come in one pack, like a session pack if you like. I've also got, let's say, a bunch of black lug. I bought a whole load of frozen blacks before the winter, back in September, thinking, yeah, I'm going to really go out and try and get an Isle of Wight cod this year, and I haven't really had a go, but I'm going to half-heartedly have a go tonight. Like I say, I'm not species hunting at all. But yeah, I'm gonna have a little chuck. Then I've cut a piece of squid, the same size as the fillet. There we go, and I'll just bound that up. So you guys see there, squid one side, and that is a nice bit of anchovy on the other. Got some nice brand new rigs that I've made. Somebody else has just turned up down there as well. So I need to secure my position, because like I say, this is the only sheltered bit. But it might be Nick. If it's Nick, then obviously more than happy to share. And I'll just bound that onto the hook. I've literally just put that hook through the bottom of the bait, so there's loads of the shank actually showing. The knot is showing. I can put loads of elastic around the knot, and that's not going to budge. It's not a huge bait. Like I say, I'm not going to fish with massive baits tonight. I might fish a little bit bigger later, maybe put a whole anchovy out, but I just want it to be nice and neat, really. I mean, oh, look at that. Loads of blood. That is what I want. Take the tool out. Put that circle hook in there. Right, so I've been persisting with the circle hook. I haven't had much success, but I haven't really caught many big stuff. And there we go, look at that. That is a lovely bait. Let's whack it out. Right, that's one out. And our second rig, again, 6 ounce lead, 6 ounce gripper. It's a 2 hook flapper. It's the one that I used on the last session actually. Basically it's just got a smaller hook on the top, and then it's got a pennelled hook on the bottom, and this is basically what I'll be scratching with tonight. Just, yeah, see anything, see if there's pouting out there, see if there's whiting. If there's a small pouting, small whiting, I'll chuck it back out as bait as before. And yeah, just have a fish, just have a little play really. Nick's here now as well. So he's just chucked his just about to chuck his first one out. He's chucking out a big bait. Like I said, there has been some rays caught down here, so, but fingers crossed we can show you a fish or two. Right, so I'm just getting another bait ready for basically for the pen on the bottom of that 2 hook flapper. So I've got 2 black lug, bound them all up together, nice big bait. I'll tip that off maybe with a bit of squid, and then I'll just put plain squid on the top, get that out, and then we're fishing. There we go. First cast, first fish, little dogfish, really small dogfish actually, but small and perfectly formed. But you know what? It's my first fish of the year, so I will definitely take it. There we go, that's all happened so quick. I haven't got another rig ready, so I'll quickly bait one up, get it back out, and then I'll get another rig ready then, and I'll just alternate three rigs, 2 pulleys, and that 2 hook flapper, and that'll be me for the night. So that looks like I'm getting bites on the right hand rod. You can see it's going up and down like that, but that's just the lead moving in the tide. So I'm casting really quite far right, probably sort of 1:30, 2 o'clock on the clock scale, and then it's swinging round, and one of them stopped dead in front of me. The other one, that one on the right hand side, is still swinging, so hopefully they'll stop in front of me. Obviously that's reducing my distance somewhat, but we're already 150 yards in the sea, so we're already out there. In theory I should just be able to donk it out there 20 yards and it'll be fine. But we do have the old pier to contend with down here. So there's the old pier used to continue along the way that the ferry comes in, used to continue along there for some way. I think Nick was saying it's like at least another 40 or 50 yards. So obviously a lot of the timber work is still down there, a lot of the old structure. So you can get snagged up in that if the tides come in the wrong direction. But I mean, it's mild, it's nice, and I've had my first fish. get that other rig ready. It's so light up here, it's so strange to be able to film somewhere where it's already got loads of light, but it does play havoc with the camera. So I'm going to fish with the bluey bait on the next one. So it's going to be the one that I'm going to get ready. Something that I've seen somebody else do. I can't for the life of me remember who it was. But they're only those small blueies. And basically cut it in half. Take your bait scissors or knife or whatever. So I've opened it up, butterflied it. There you go, so it's butterflied, you can see there, that's the back. Fold it over and then bind it together. So you're getting skin to skin and all the flesh is on the outside. Sounds like a good plan to me. And because we can, I'm going to whack a bit of squid up the side of that as well. So, like I say, I don't know what will, probably another dogfish, but hey. I don't mind catching another half a dozen of them, to be honest. There we go. It's a nice, another nice neat bait. Like I say, I'm not hitting them super far out today. Don't really need to. Here we go. Second cast, second fish. Well, second cast on the same rod actually, and exactly the same bait. But there we go. So we've got another dog. Let's get this one back in as well. Well, I know I said I didn't mind catching another 6 dogs, but it'd be nice to catch someone else as well. There we are. Nick's just got his blank out of the way. He's just had a dogfish as well, so that's his first fish of the year too. So yeah, so far so good. Chuffed. So I've got that bluey bait out there now. Never know, there might be a ray. It'd be really nice to see something different. And like I say, that black lug with the 2-hook flapper, but like, there's been not a touch on that. I don't seem to do very well on the frozen black lug, if I'm completely honest. Might just be me, I don't know, but I probably don't fish with it enough. I have a go in the winter and then I just don't use it at all in the summer. Maybe occasionally because I've got some in the freezer that I've had for months and months. I'll then get it out and see if I can maybe pick up a place or something with it, or a sole. And then obviously I don't catch a place or a sole. So I don't hold a lot of faith in frozen blacks, but I'm not going to give up. I will carry on trying.
Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see it yet, but I see it through.
Well, I don't know what it is, but back, isn't it? Yeah, and it's low, deep, really deep.
Hey, that's right.
Is that a ray? That was on a bit of bluey. Look at that. How pretty is that? That is a little small male. See the big old gonads on it, the old claspers. But there we go. That is a beautiful fish. They are so pretty. That's probably my favourite. Let's try and get a nice, there we go, look at that, my favourite ray. If you can see the eyes, look at the eyes, look at that. Now that is something special. Oh, I'm super chuffed with that. Wicked, thanks mate. There we go. So you're going to open its wings? Probably not. Also, it's the first time I've ever held one like that. I keep seeing people hold them, they hold them, and I watched Christchurch Angling, and he said you can sort of pinch their mouths like that, pinch their mouths closed, and then it gives you the opportunity to hold it out. But look at that. What a beautiful, beautiful fish. Oh, how cool is that? That was on that bluey bait as well. I'm really chuffed about that. So yeah, third fish of the year is a nice little ray. I know they're only small, those spotties, and that was only £2.15. But so I was just chatting to Nick, like they're our smallest species in the UK, I believe. I mean, I could be wrong. There might be another one that is super, super rare. But yeah, for ones that are like common to catch, it's the smallest ones. But I do think they're a pretty, pretty looking fish. They're certainly no giant, but they do look wicked. Tide ain't going quite so hard now. Someone else, mate. You have? Yeah. Just massively flat line me. Oh, really? But it's coming in quite easy. There we go. Just a quick show of this one. It's a conger. I don't know, maybe £3. But yeah, put up a decent scrap. And it got it on the circle hook as well, properly in the bottom of the jaw. Really, really nicely hooked. But there we go. Banging. All on the same rod so far. The other rod has not had a sniff. So I'm going to chuck this one out, get a fresh bait, and I'm going to pull that other one in and change it and stick 2 pulleys out there. Dog. Well, there we go. So I don't know how long we've been fishing, but it's probably only about an hour. So far, so good. Let's angle that up a bit, shall we? There we go. It's a bit better, isn't it? Yeah, we've been fishing for about an hour. 2 dogs. Nick's had 2 dogs. Had a little spotted and a small conger. Yeah, the bites are definitely there, which is nice. So I would like to, do like catching whiting, so it'd be nice if some whiting did show, but like I say, the tide is still ebbing at the moment, and the plan was that we could fish it over the bottom of the tide, get that first run of the incoming tide, and hopefully get us into some better fish. But actually, do you know what, I'm really enjoying it so far, so I'm quite happy if it stays like this. There we go, another little strap, just been slack line, but I won't show it, I'm just going to chuck it straight back in. Say, it's a strap. Take that, I'll try it again.
Oh, that's a better fish. Oh yeah. You got some head shape. It's all come down in the middle of it.
That's a bit of a better one.
Let's have a look.
There we go. That puppy. I don't know. What do you reckon? £4 maybe?
40.
Yeah. Yeah. Brilliant. Slack lined again. Like I say, we haven't even hit the bottom. So all of these fish so far on the ebb. So let's get this one back. Get another bait out. Check that other rod. There we go. Look at that for a bait. Juicy, juicy, juicy. All sorts of gunk coming out of that one. Let's get it in. Right, this, if I can get this one baited up, it'll be the first time I've had 2 in the water and 1 baited up ready to go. It's been really, really busy. I'm just going to check the time. £8:15. So it's 8:15, so I reckon fishing for maybe an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. I mean, that tide has definitely eased up. It was all choppy down here before, where we had tide against wind, and it's not doing that quite so much now, so there's definitely slackening off. So might have a little lull, and then hopefully it will pick up again. This is the first bait I've brought in that hasn't had a fish attached to it. Yeah, cool man. You in? Yeah, you're in. Oh, got it. I just had a bite on both rods and then missed both of them. And then somehow my lead's come off on one of them. It feels like I'm reeling up against line. It's a bit bumpy, bumpy, bumpy. The tide's turned now, so it's swinging a little bit to the right, but also because the wind is going left to right, it's really hard to cast against the wind and tide. But yeah, I mean, they're going over there. Hopefully there's still some fish over there. But like I say, we're both getting bites. We've both dropped a couple. But now that tide has turned, even though we're already getting bites, hopefully it will switch it on even more. But I need to get another rig quickly ready, and yeah, dig another lead out. Hey, yeah, I've got some decent here.
You haven't got more fish?
I think so. It's heavy. But it's probably, like you say, it's probably a conger, but oh yeah. Oh, hang on then.
I thought so. He ran down your line.
Yeah. Hang on.
It is.
Oh mate, that's a giant. Right, I've given you loads of line there on the drag. Come over now. There we go. So we both, I thought we had a double hookup, but we kind of did because we had the same fish. Well, I had Nick's line, but it's a nice double figure. That's £10.12. And away she goes. Beauty, mate, well done. Yeah, nice fish. Ah, cracking. Yeah, I really thought I was in. I could feel it thumping. I was going, woohoo, double hookup. And yeah, all along, basically the fish had swum all the way down tide because that tide's turned now, and it picked up my line as well. So, but But yeah, it's so surprising. I've seen so many people on videos and stuff, and it's not a criticism, please don't think that it is. And they're saying, oh, it's a £7, it's £8 and stuff, and I'm always trying to guess weights as well, so we all get it wrong. But yeah, that was not even £11 conger, and it was massive for me to look at. It was massive. So yeah, well done, Nick, and hopefully I can get one. He's trying to get my rig out now. I just unclipped it, and I've clipped another one, and I'm going to throw it out. Wait, I can't even land a lead in front of me at the moment with that wind. Every time I jog it, I think, right, yeah, I've got it this time. I'm trying to set it in front of me, and it flies off to the right. Yeah, so I think I'm going to have a little change up in a minute. So at the moment I'm fishing with 2 pulleys and a 2-hook flapper, which is a clip down, but I'm not clipping it at the moment. And I'm going to stop fishing with the 2-hook, I think. Or maybe I'll just get rid of one of the pulleys, I'm not sure. But I'm going to put a running ledger, and I'm just going to stick a whole... I've got 1 anchovy left and a bunch of squid. So I'll probably stick a whole anchovy and squid cocktail just down the side of the pier, I think. And then I'll leave that down there, and then I'll just fish with the other rod out at distance. Well, I say distance, I'm not punching it hard, but you know, sticking one out there annoying. Oh, well, there we go. It's the first fish for a little while. Only a little dogfish. To be honest, I didn't even see the bite. It started taking a bit of line. That tide is raging. And it started to take line. I thought maybe some weed, but we haven't had any weed really. So, little dogfish sat on there. But there we go. Let's chuck that one back, and hopefully we can get something a bit different.
You got your rod out, Bill?
Which one?
That one?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a doggy on there, mate. Already? Yeah. Put it out.
Oh, here we go. I've literally just cast that out. And it's another strap conger. Again, probably only, I don't know, maybe £3 at a push. Certainly no 10-pounder. But let's get this back in. I've got both rods out of the water at the moment. I'm trying to put a bass rig on, but not having much luck. Let's get this out. Well, there we go. So last casts are out. It's only 9:30, but I did say that I was going to knock it on the head at 10, so I've dropped one in just over here. It's actually got a Wessex rig on it, so it's a big running ledge on the bottom, which has got a pennel. I think it's got maybe a 3/0 wide gape and a 3/0 semicircle hook, and then it's got another 3/0 on the top as a single. That's just loaded up with squid, and then it's just got a whole anchovy on the bottom. I'm just trying to sort out my rigs, and then yeah, let's put out my last bait, my last big bait on the pulley, which was a half a bluey again. Again, cut in half, like sort of butterflied, opened up, and then wrapped up with a bit of squid. And Nick's using the same stand. He's packed one of his rods up, so we're just fishing both here at the moment. Just a little bit easier. There's less snags there. That corner, there are a few snags, but like I said before, it's the old pier. So we just both fishing here. Drop one in there, pack a few bits up, have a tidy up, wipe the seats down just because I've had a little bit of bait out on it. Hopefully we can get one last fish. Right, we are all done, all packed up. We left those last baits in for a good half hour, I'd say, but unfortunately we didn't have a single bite after that. But really cannot complain, because for the first session of the year we've had loads of fish between us, loads of dogfish, loads of congers. Nick had that beauty conger, £10, 12 I believe it was, and I had my first spotted of the year, so I'm super chuffed. But yeah, I think fish of the day has got to be the conger, but for me it was a spotted. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you've had a great start to the new year, and yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Hopefully I'll try and get out next week. So until then, please take care, stay safe, and maybe see you out there. Cheers. Right, there we go. I've just basically I've filleted. Let's turn that on, shall we?